Hiya! Welcome to the channel. I'm here to transform simple ideas into stunning resin creations. Let's dive right in. Today I'm actually answering questions that I got about alcohol inks and blooms. Now, we use alcohol inks all the time creating blooms, but what about the white? So we're going to answer that question. I'm using pink alcohol ink, violet or purple, light blue, and last but not least, white alcohol ink for the petals. I always use white pigment paste. I've never ever actually used alcohol ink for the white. But let's see if the experiment works. I've already pre-mixed my 1-to-1 resin about 20 minutes ago. Here it is. It's warm to the touch, so I know it's feeling to me about 33 to 35 degrees. It's a little bit sticky, building the bottom layer here of clear on my tray. The reason why I don't use a thermometer is because I am a professional pastry chef and I work with temperature a lot. And unfortunately, well, not unfortunately, fortunately, my hands have a little bit of a magic touch when it comes to temperature. But if you're not clear, if you're new to this, please use a thermometer just to make sure. For more tips and tricks, for more tips and tricks on making these blooms, I have a video called Making a Successful Resin Bloom. And I put in all the pain points and all the things you need to think about and have to make the successful bloom. So here we are, just making sure I don't have any bubbles, sort of coaxing them out of there. My resin's gone, a bit more viscous now that it's warm. So it's not as easy for them to rise up to the top. So just doing that. And of course, I've got a black lab named Luna. Her hair gets everywhere. And then if I find a blonde hair, that's my golden retriever, Phoebe. So they are the usual culprits for me. But I love them to bits. They're my babies. Now I'm going to do the white bit with the extras. Now, the first reason why I don't like using alcohol ink is because it's not pigmented enough. Okay, so you see I've put a few drops in and I'm just not getting any color whatsoever. Yeah, that's not going to work. So I'm going to add some more. I have mixed it up very, very well before I opened the bottles. And yeah, few more drops, still nothing. Add some more. And that's still very, very light. Now, mind you, I do love my white, very wispy. My petals, I like them wispy. And I don't do a very, very opaque white. I like to follow the skim milk color rule. So it's just when you reach opacity, stop. Don't go bright white or everything will sink and you'll have blobs instead of petals. Now, I realized that you need to use a lot of alcohol ink, but at the same time, titanium dioxide, which is what the white is made of, is quite a heavy pigment. Okay, so I like to use the smaller amount in resin pigment because it's highly concentrated. With the alcohol ink, it ends up getting, I don't know, more expensive because you're using much more than you need. But it's really up to you. We'll see at the end, the finished product, the finished trays, and I'll give you my thoughts then. So just putting that in a piping bag, and then we're going to get ready to do the blooms after I put in the drops of alcohol ink. I've got spare here, so I decided to do this little oblong tray as well. So getting all the clear out. And then we're ready. Now to pipe the white, just snip a little corner of this piping bag. And let's make some petals. I may have cut the hole a little bit too big, but you know, no mistakes, happy accidents, as Bob Ross would say. So here I'm just going with petals, little lines, then adding some lines where I think it needs it. And then for the little one, I'm just going to do the oval sort of circles. So an oval swirl vertically, and then I'm going to do the same thing on its side. And that's it. Time to drag them. So here I'm just pulling out the white. For this little one, I'm going classic, 12 down, 6 down, and then I'm going to do the in-betweens as well. And then drag in between those. We're going to let that cure after this, and I will see you for the next step. So here it is with the backing all cured. I decided to do black so you can see it better. On the other one, I put a green backing and a bit of a disaster happened. Um, I mixed only one part of the resin, so it didn't cure properly. And here is why my entire surface is sticky, because I had to clean it all with alcohol and get rid of all that horrible green uncured resin. And so, yeah, it wouldn't be a video of mine if there wasn't a disaster, right? I know. I can be absent-minded at times. So, here's you'll see the other one after I've cleaned it. I'll take a photo. And this is the reason why I don't like alcohol inks. I have little speckles of white. Don't know if you could see that very well, but I think because it was too small. I don't get that with pigment paste that's mixed properly, but I mix this really, really well. And yeah, I don't get the little speckles of alcohol ink. So here I am cleaning off that sticky resin yet again. But thank you so much for watching. Here is the other tray all clear. It came out all right. I love the colors, so I'm happy, really happy about that. But not happy about the spots. So my final verdict is alcohol inks for everything else, but when it comes to the white petals, pigment paste.